As we continue to profile phenomenal women who are doing very well in their respective career fields, this morning we are focusing on the construction industry. Lettie Mashau is one woman who is at the helm of the game. She's the current CEO of the Motheo Construction Company. Having been earmarked personally to be mentored by the late Dr Thandi Ndlovu, Lettie started as a trainee and worked her way to the top. And she joins us now via Skype this morning to take us through her 15-year journey in the game. Lettie, a very good morning to you. Thanks for joining us. Welcome.
Good morning. Good morning, sir.
Let's start by taking it back to the young Lettie growing up in the township of Malamlele in Limpopo.
Yes. I originally come from Malamlele. And when I joined Motheo in 2005, I joined Motheo as a young graduate. And at that point in time, of course, I didn't know what to expect in the industry. But lucky enough, I happened to join Motheo, which was led by the late Dr Thandi Ndlovu. And she was very, very passionate about women empowerment. So she took me on board, mentored me, and she always said to me, Lettie, I am so committed to transform the industry, and I'm going to make sure that you become the women that I want to see in this sector. So I was very fortunate to land in a company where women empowerment was prioritized, and the mentorship throughout the past 15 years has really breathed.
And having broken barriers in the previously male-dominated sector, tell us about your love for construction and how that led you to becoming the CEO of Motheo Construction.
I was very passionate about construction. And why? Because I always said to myself, why is it that construction industry is dominated by male? Because I'm a strong believer that when it comes to women are very powerful. We are builders, and every time we are given an opportunity, for us, it's a service. We want to make a difference to other people's lives. And when you look at the construction sector, there's just so many things that we can do to make a difference to the community. When you build houses, it's so fulfilling to build a house and hand over a house that is in good quality, and people have to move out of the sheds to a quality built house. And for me, that is fulfilling because you then see yourself making a difference in other people's lives. And when you then look at my journey within Motheo, I started as a junior site QS. And at that point, I had an opportunity to be involved on site, doing all, being in trenches. And that was important for me because, to start from the grassroots, give you a better exposure and understanding so that by the time you are leading the business, you have been through all the different stages. Over time, I became a project manager and I was involved in managing different projects within Motheo, and I was in charge of about six provinces. And 9 years back, I was then appointed as a director for Motheo Construction Group, and that as well has prepared me to be able to fulfill this role, because I think if I didn't get the exposure to sit on the board, I wouldn't have had the privilege of understanding what it involves to run a construction company and so on. And of course, after, unfortunately, the passing of Dr. T, the founders and the board of Motheo then took a decision that because Lettie has been on this mentorship program with Dr. Thandi, she's an obvious choice to step into the shoes and lead the organization because she already understands the culture of the business. She's been there, she's gone through the ranks, and I'm grateful for that opportunity. And of course, when you look at Dr. Thandi's shoes, they are big shoes. And to be honest with you, I will not fill those shoes. But what I can promise you is that I will do my utmost best. And with the support of the great people that we have with Motheo, I believe that we will be able to journey through and succeed in this industry.
And we seem to be doing very well in terms of, just breaking those gender stereotypes with Dr Thandi Ndlovu being one of the many pioneers who made sure that such patriarchal systems are being dismantled. I mean, today we have female quantity surveyors, we've got female architects, we even have female builders. But then we still see a few women, especially in top positions. Why do you think this is still the case?
The reason it's still the case is because the industry is not transformed.
Okay.
You still have a lot of companies that do not believe that women can participate or can be involved in construction industry. And as for me, Motheo is a great example or a great model to demonstrate that when you give women an opportunity, they will be able to deliver. It's a very great model that we have had at Motheo. And I think if people are under the impression that is impossible, they should look at our model, because today we have we have 4 black women sitting on the board of Motheo, and we've offered shareholding to 13 black young professionals within the business. And why are we doing that? We want to bring in people that are working within the business. We give them an opportunity to be a part of the business, so that as you work, you know that I am part of this organization. I own this organization. Therefore, it's in my best interest to ensure that it succeeds. So I think when you look at the vision that Dr. T had when she started this business, she was very intentional in her approach to ensure that she wants to transform the industry. And I think it's the same passion that we need with other construction companies, where people will be committed to take on board young women, to groom them, and you need to take them through the ranks, because we're not saying that people should be given positions without the right qualifications or the right experience, but give them the opportunity to grow.
Right. Lettie, thank you so much for adding your voice and your organization's voice to these ongoing conversations about women stamping their authority in uncharted waters and in previously male-dominated industries. Thank you so much for your time. Lettie Mashau is the CEO of Motheo Construction, and she joined us this morning to talk about her love for the industry that led her to being at the helm of the game.